Alright, hey guys, sorry I haven't had a video up in a while, but been kind of busy. Starting work on a DJ Coffin for a 10-inch mixer and 2 large platform CD players. I'm gonna put my my Pioneer DJM 707 and 2 Pioneer CDJ 800 MK2s in this case. I'm just trying to make it my setup time a lot faster because I get sick of hooking up Serato. So as you can see, I've got the Serato box, which I've taken off the cover because it didn't quite fit in there with the cover on it. I've cut all this. This all had foam and carpet in it. All this, and the back had some padding on it. Back here had some padding on it, and I tore that all off to make a little bit more room because it is a pretty small box. And I cut all of this out just to leave spots for the feet of the CD players, and here in the middle the feet of the mixer. They'll all fit on here just fine. Right now I've had it for a while. I've just been trying to figure out how I'm going to do it and what to do. Right here I spray painted a little bit to see what it's going to look like. Once I get all the foam cut and all the holes drilled out of it, I'm going to spray paint it, the parts, the wood and the foam that's exposed black. Hopefully that'll keep it from the little foam balls that you can see everywhere that come from cutting them out of the place. And I'm planning on putting this power supply in there. Not exactly sure. It's going to go here somewhere. It's probably going to go this way. And I'm going to cut a hole. There's already holes cut here, which I don't think I'm going to use at all. And then there are holes up here that go through, but they're up high. So I'm drilling holes down underneath there so I can run some of the wires there. I'll probably cut a hole there and on this side, or drill a hole there to have access to run wires through there. And it's a pretty tight fit right here with the mixer. These RCA cables fit pretty snug, and I had to buy. It took me a while. I had to buy a bunch of hardware for this because I'm planning on putting 4 connectors here, 2 XLR connectors for the master out, 2 RCA adapter or plugs here that run out the back for the booth output, and then I'm going to run a part here for a power connector to connect to the power supply, and I'm not positive yet, but I think I'm going to put one over here somewhere for the microphone input. Therefore all the plugs will come out the back and it'll be a little bit easier hookup. I won't have to worry about hooking my Serato box up to my mixer or to my CD players. It'll already be hooked up in the box, and I can just plop down my box or the Coffin and plug in the master outputs, the microphone and the power, and be close to being done. So I cut all that out. I made a little modification on this too. I cut the bottom part out there because on the front of my mixer I have knobs that go there. So I cut that out so I could scoot it up just a little bit more, because like I said, there's not much space in the back. But this will be, I'll videotape some more when I get some more done. Alright, so now you can see got all my holes drilled. This one right here is going to be for my microphone input. This one's for the power connector. Not sure exactly what's going here yet, but it's going to be either these two are going to be for the probably master out, XLR master out, and these are going to be RCA booth outputs. So I got the holes drilled. Hopefully I can get the connectors right where I want them, and a little bit of a mess in there, all them wood chips everywhere. I did get some holes drilled under here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a hole down here, and there's a hole on the other side. You can see it there. So some of our wires are going to go underneath there, and Some of them will probably go through there, I'm not sure yet. But now I got to make sure everything's gonna work, and then I'll take this out, make sure everything's cut out I need cut out, spray paint all this wood and the styrofoam, and then start soldering some wires together to the connectors, and I gotta make some speaker cables too, or whatever, microphone cables. So that's it for now. Now I've got everything all cut out, all the holes, all the styrofoam and stuff that needs to be cut out, it's cut out, and I just got done spray painting it. Now it's time for the fun to begin. Start figuring out if everything's going to fit in there properly and if it's going to work. Just got done. I put some wires together. Got some special right angle XLRs, end adapters that I had to put on. It's a little bit more difficult than I thought to solder those bad boys on, but I got some of those done. I got some more I got to do, but I'll show you when I get to that. Alright, I got one CDJ in there, the power cable and RCA cables, most of it tucks underneath the CDJ itself, and then right behind it I have a power strip, which right now I just got plugged in there, CDJ, and this is the power supply for the Serato box that I have, which is going to be underneath my mixer right here. I'm just getting ready, starting to run wires, make sure I got things where they need to go. Got a power connector going right here. I need to screw it in. I'm gonna put some electrical tape around those wires first so they don't touch anything. And then I need to start plugging everything in. I got 4 holes for my outputs there. I need to get the wires for those and start seeing how long they need to be and start soldering them on, and hopefully I'll get this done tomorrow and have a finished product, and hopefully it'll cut down on my setup time. Okay, this is how I got all my cables ran. This is my SL1 box, which I had to take the top off, but I got my wires all ran right around through there to the back where the back of my mixer is going to be. I already got my CDJs plugged into the back, and there's a USB cable and a power cable plugged into the back. Power cable is coming over here to this power strip I got back here. I just hooked it up to a power con connector right there. I just got that bad boy put in. I just tested it and it powers on, so hopefully I got it hooked up correctly. I'm new to all this soldering and color-coded stuff. I used to do a lot of car stereo stuff, so I know that was a long time ago. But anyways, that's how I got my wires ran. The back of my CDJs here. Let's see here. There's not much in here. I just stuffed all the wires down underneath the CDJs and then brought them through the holes I have down here, and I have the RCAs coming out and the power coming out. Power just goes over to the power strip. Same with the CDJ over there. I'm going to put in my mixer because I think I have everything under it. It's going to be under it situated, so I'm going to plug all that stuff in and kind of try to hide those wires underneath it as well as I can. Maybe get some twisty ties or something, zip ties, and then I'm probably going to try to anchor this thing down somehow with some tape or something. I'm not sure yet. But then I have to put in all my connectors. I think I have 4 connectors here I got to hook up, and 4 connectors, or no, not 4. 4 here and 1 over there. So I got 5 left. I'm going to try to get them done so I can use this tomorrow. So we should have a finished product. Alright, here is my Coffin. It is a road ready RR DJ CD 10W. It's pretty small compared to most of them for what I got in there. It's got latches on the two sides, none on the front because they got those things that come off for your CD players, and you can get CDs and stuff in there. So here's the back. Got everything on there good. Only one problem I have is this cap here. It's kind of, I don't know if I got it in there crooked or what, but it won't stay shut. I'll get that fixed sooner or later. Let's go ahead and pop off the top, see what we got going on here. One more latch. I'll take the top off. Whoa! And as you can see, it's got padding in there. I made sure to put the padding. For the mixer, it really doesn't matter. I mean, you can push down on those knobs, it's not going to break anything. But on the CDJs, you don't want to push it down on the platter, because then it'll mess up on the springs for the touch sensitivity for the vinyl mode. I'll move this lid down. Here. Alright, sorry about that camera work. Alright, so here we go. Got my CD players, my mixer in here. You got these front pieces. Slide off so you have access to putting CDs in there and taking CDs out. And you take this one off, and so you got access to all the controls on the front of your mixer. And same thing here for the CD player. Alright, so we got all that. That's all nice and dandy. Well, I've got underneath my mixer, I have my Serato SL1 box. And it is all hooked up, plugged in to the back. All those red and white RCAs right here and right here are coming to and from the from the SL1 box. I have my RCAs from my CDJs going to the SL1 box, and I have a USB cable going to the USB or to the SL1 box, and the power supply or the power for it. So I got a power strip in here. Everything that's in this case is plugged in here. The SL1 box, the two CDJs, and the mixer. And then if you look back here, I had to do, like I already showed you, there's a bunch of modifications, but I'm going to show you all the connects, which I was trying to do earlier. This is my microphone output or input, and I had to get a right angled Neutrik connector, and I just hook that up and it fits right through the hole there. Awesome. And then I put a connector on the back, which I'll show you all these connectors in it, for the microphone input. Then down here I have the two master outputs. I have one at a right, an actual 90-degree angle, and then the other one I had to get it to adjust it to point down a little bit to make it around this connector. And it runs over here to these two right here on the back, and then this is my this right here is my booth output, and it runs right here. So we've got all the components in here hooked up, which it usually took me a decent time to hook up my SL1 box because it was under my table and I had to fish wires through the table and you know, have to figure out what goes where with all those wires. But now that's all hooked up. So what we got on the back, also the power supply is hooked up to the power con. Well, first off, we got right here, this is my microphone input. So I just plug that in right there and the microphone's ready to go. And right here, get the thing off there. There we go. That's the power con connector. That's to hook up power. And then over on this side, we got all of our audio. I've got my left and right outs for my booth output. And I got my left and my right outputs for the master output. So, and I got covers for all of them, you know, just in case it's raining or whatever. Usually you don't have far to go to a venue, but like I said, I gotta get that one fixed. I'll tape it down or something. But I'm pretty impressed. I used it at school dance the other day, and I have a gig log of that. That'll be up here soon. But everything worked. I was pretty impressed. So that's my modded DJ Coffin. So until next time, have some more videos up.